What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well out there. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to check out the many ports of Double Dragon, and trust me, they are a lot of them. And we're going to start with the very first port, which is on the arcade. So let's put our quarter into the machine here. Now, this game came out in 1987, and it was ported out to every video game system that was available. As far as I know, this arcade version is the OG one, the original. Alright, come on. The arcade versions I like. It's pretty smooth. It's probably the best way to get the feel of the game. I think most of us are familiar with the Nintendo version. Anyway, this is the OG version. Alright, next we're going to look at Double Dragon on the Atari 7800. I didn't even know the game was on the Atari 7800. But here it is. Came out in 1989 on this console. Let me get into a game here. Oh wow. This is definitely a far cry from the arcade version. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty clunky. This is bad. And it just reset me, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, I lost all my lives. That's what happened. Man, I couldn't imagine beating this game on the Atari 7800. This is pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is clunky and hard. I'll give him an A for effort for trying. But anyway, that's Double Dragon for the Atari 7800. We'll check out the next one. Alright, so now we're checking it out. We're checking out on the Atari Lynx, which I've never had the Atari Lynx growing up as a kid. But let's check this out. Soundtrack's not bad. This one came out in, it looks like, 1993. Still got that iconic music. This looks like just a extreme close-up version. No, this is pretty clunky. Yeah, again, I see what they're trying, but I couldn't imagine trying to beat this game on this system. Kind of slow, kind of clunky, kind of disjointed. So the verdict for the Atari Lynx, I'd give the Atari Lynx version maybe a C. Alright, moving on. Alright, next up is Double Dragon for the Sega Game Gear, the portable one that came out back in the 90s. I remember the Game Gear used to run out of battery so quick, so it was almost pointless thing to have. You only got about 2 hours worth of gamings. This game also came out in 1993 for the Sega Game Gear. Let's check it out. Seems to be missing the iconic soundtrack. This one skips the intro, so I guess they don't want us to do any violence to the women. Oh, it looks like there's a gun over here I can grab. Oh, this is, again, it's a great game. It's just, this version again is slow and clunky. The Game Gear version is not necessarily the best one. I'm trying to pick up that gun. It's not going to let me pick up the gun. Music's kind of mediocre. The music's there. It's not anywhere near as epic. I cleared the stage. Alright, well there's a lot of these to get through, so that's Double Dragon for the Sega Game Gear. Let's move on. Alright, next up is Double Dragon for the Game Boy. This version came out in 1988. And the music so far is spot on. That's how you know you're playing a Double Dragon game, when you hear that music. Alright, let's check out this version. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. My controls are pretty smooth. It plays a lot like the NES version. It's almost, I think, pretty much a scaled down version of the NES. Overall, this is not a bad version of Double Dragon. For being on a Game Boy, and I wasn't a fan of the Game Boy just because of the no color screens, everything being on this green screen. Again, with the batteries on the Game Boy, you had to have like a pack of batteries, maybe even 2 packs of batteries if you were like going camping for the weekend and wanted to play your Game Boy. Overall, this is one of the better ports of Double Dragon since the arcade than in the Game Boy version so far. So far in this review, this is one of my favorite ones. Alright, but we've still got a lot of these to get through, so let's move on. Next up is Double Dragon for the Game Boy Advanced. I never owned a Game Boy Advanced growing up, so this is a new one for me. Again, I'll give it to him on the soundtrack. I like the soundtrack. Let's just jump into this because we've still got a lot of these to get through. I think we're only about halfway through. There's a crap ton of ports for Double Dragon. Alright, so playing the game on Game Boy Advanced. Here we go. This one's not too bad. It's pretty close to the arcade. Nintendo seems to be able to port these games correctly because the Game Boy version and the Game Boy Advanced are so far been some of the easiest ones I've had to play. Alright, so this is on the this is the Game Boy Advance version of Double Dragon. I'm gonna give this one a B. I don't mind this at all. If I can pick up that whip. Yep, nice. Here we go. So there you go, Double Dragon for the Game Boy Advanced. Moving on. Alright, so now we're moving up to the Sega Master System. And this game also came out in 1988. a direct port from the arcade to the Sega Master System. Not a bad intro for 8-bit. It's a little, the controls are a little bit clunky. They're not bad, it's not smooth, but not clunky. Might be the emulator I'm using also. Kind of a micron behind. Oh, I died. Wow. Well, there you go. That's Double Dragon for the Sega Master System. I'm gonna have to give this one kind of a C-. Not a fan of the 8-bit Double Dragon. Alright, we are almost done with these. Let's get through to the next one. Moving on. Alright, now we're moving on to the Sega Genesis / Sega Megadrive version of Double Dragon. And this is probably the most accurate to the arcade version that I've seen so far. It's got that poppin' soundtrack. How many times is this poor girl gonna get punched? How many different platforms? This is just like, actually I take it back, this is just like the Game Gear version, only the Game Gear version's a close-up, whereas this is more of a widescreen version. But the controls are exactly like the Sega Game Gear version. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. I can't use... Yeah, the moves are kind of difficult with this. Anyway, there you go. We've only got, I think, one more to go. And that is going to probably be the grand finale. The one that everybody remembers it ported to the most. And I am, of course, talking about the MSX version of Double Dragon. Single-handedly, the best version, by far. They don't have the soundtrack. This game came out in 1989. I have never owned this system. I thought the Atari 700 version was bad. But this one, this takes the cake. This version of Double Dragon is seriously almost not even playable. Can I move on? Moving on? Nope. Gotta take him out. Punch, kick. Yeah, oh, this is... Yeah, this is bad. How did the system ever succeed? If you've owned an MSX, let me know down in the comments, because I've never even heard of this system until now. Ooh, I finally cleared it. Oop. Alright, I'm just joking. This isn't the best version of Double Dragon. The actual best version of Double Dragon that we all grew up with, in my part, the A-game Double Dragon, is this one. Double Dragon for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This was the one I grew up on. This was the one I skipped school to play as a child. It's got the best soundtrack. Came out in 1988, which was a year after the arcade version. And in my opinion, it is the best Double Dragon port you can get. I think it's the one, as far as to my knowledge, the one most people played, the one most people loved, the one most people recognize. classic. This is the one everybody remembers. We've seen this scene 1,000 times already, but this was the one that stuck with everybody. It was on the Nintendo. That music, perfect music. Oh, that soundtrack. That's the best I've heard the soundtrack, or it's the one I'm familiar with. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, this is the definitive Double Dragon. I know the arcade's the actual Double Dragon, but to me, this is the one I grew up on. This is the one, as far as I know, most people grew up on. To me, this version of Double Dragon gets an A+. This is the best version of Double Dragon. Well, if you stuck with the video this long, leave a thumbs up. Thank you for sticking around and watching my review of all of the Double Dragon ports. And there was a lot of them. So, thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you later.